Hey guys, this is Chris. We're gonna talk a little bit about Grand Arena again, since we're gearing up for the real show this time. I'm still a little concerned about the whole fleet portion of this, but let's take a look. So I have my opponent chosen. I found it interesting. Oops, sorry about that. I find it interesting that they don't show you the next ones. I'm guessing that's because they're trying to pair you up as you go. But let's take a look at my opponent here for the first round. It's Hollow Table Heroes. I can't remember the name, but I remember his guild name, Hollow Table Hero. So we're gonna take a look. You can see in the arena he's running the Sith team. I always like to pretend that Thrawn is everything. He's not. He's not Empire. He's everything. So you can see he's got all kinds of the Zetas on there. I'm not really sure what he's doing with Dooku in there, but to each their own. But I happen to notice that on Fleet he's ranked 62 in his shard. Um, I think I'm rated like 750 or something like that. So no bueno there. Let's take a look at his inventory. Thankfully for me, he only has three tier 12 guys. Let's go ahead and sort that. But you can see here Akbar. That's most likely his fleet commander. He's up there, and you see a bunch of other people like Bastila with Zeta, who's going to present a problem as normal. Let's take a look at the mods. At least he's wise enough to have speed mods on there. And let's take a look at her speed. 171, not too terrible. What I wanted to really look at though is you can see Yoda also has a Zeta. Let's take a look at his speed. Oh, look at that, not over 200. I had a discussion with a guildmate last night about his Bastila team. It's funny because whenever I remember when I first put my Zeta on Kylo, ever since then it's been Xylo. And then everybody else said it's Zal, it's Zavage. I don't know how you do Bastila. Zastila? Doesn't sound at all. Yeah. So anyway, Zoda doesn't sound too good either. But you can see he's running an offense set and a crit chance set on his Yoda. But we were talking last night about his Bastila team, and when he showed us the speeds on his team, he said he was ranked fairly high in arena, but his speed across the board was like 150 to 180. And I was telling him if you can get your speed on, especially Yoda and Ezra, up to 220, 250 in that range, you should be able to really crank out some serious damage, especially with the Terminator boost that Bastila gives. The other thing that I happened to notice while I was going through his roster here, which kind of made me chuckle. 3 Zetas on the Phoenix team, so I can expect to see that team sitting there waiting for me in defense. I would guess. I don't see any of them high tiered. Looks like Hera, Sabine, and Kanan are probably. I can't really tell with these purple rings. I can't tell if that's 10 or 11. They probably could have done a better job than that. I like the fact that when you see Gear 12 being gold, you know exactly what it is. But this purple stuff is, dare I say, it's nonsense. I'm not even going to look at his fleet stuff because I'll be totally honest with you. I stink so bad at fleet stuff I couldn't even tell you what the heck. Let me show you how stupid I am about this. Yeah. So I guess if I click on the ghost, that would indicate why he's got the Zetas on these two. Probably why he's probably working on one for Zeb, which is funny because Zeb is the only one outside of Ezra that I actually have Zeted, and most likely the Phantom, and that's probably because he wanted to get Thrawn's ship. Which let's see here. Yep, there it is. Yeah, I got news for you, guy. You're gonna win in fleet today. My fleet is terrible. I don't have pilots. My ships are 7 star, but my characters aren't geared or anything like that. So whatever. I wonder if I can look at my own. Can I look at me? I can look at me. There I am. 7-11. I don't even have the capital ships 7'd yet. There they are. Nice, huh? Yeah, of course. I don't have the Chimera yet. Chimera. Is that right? Chimera? Chimera? Whatever. I'm good at English. So let's take a look at my defense. So I went ahead, my first territory here. I went with my champions from the last arena. My first order team with Xeris, with Zeta Barris, and my underutilized Phoenix team. There you go. There's my Zeta and Zeb. So I'm I'm fairly certain that based on what I saw last time and from the conversations I've seen elsewhere on Reddit and that most people are really focusing on defense, not so much on offense. Especially, we're in the 200 tier. I'm sorry, the 2 mil tier. Um, so we don't have. I know we're marked here to put down 6 teams, one being a fleet, but it's really tough to get 2 or 3 strong squads. So most likely, if you put your 2 strong squads on defense, you're probably going to be struggling with the first order team. So I feel pretty confident about that zone holding. This one, yeah, not so much. Not so much. At some point, I really want to level end gear uh, Cassian, mainly because of his ship, but also because I know it's not a good combo, but I really like him in K2. I like K2 from the movie more so than anything else, but K2 is fun to watch. Until his protection's gone, then it's all downhill. Oh yeah, and my Night Sisters are not good outside of Asajj. Not good. Someday, maybe. And just between me and you, and I know that nobody else in the world's listening to this, but I'm really hoping he just sees Barris, not Barris, he sees Bastila standing there and doesn't want to try this. But I don't have the Zeta on Bastila yet. I have 14 of 20 Zeta pads, and then she'll have it. And I just got my, I think, 66th shard of her today. So I'm drawing nearer and nearer to the magical 7 star, but I'm not there yet. Um, yeah, in my, you can, I guess here you can actually see the difference between the Gear 10, 11, whatever the heck Yoda is, and whatever the heck Hermit Yoda and Kenobi is. I still don't understand, but just make it different colors, make it easy to see. Yeah. Anyway, so there's my hopefully he just gets intimidated by the fact that Basila's standing there in the background, and my squad is no good. Oh, looks like I forgot to put one on there. Reinforcements 3 or 4. That's funny. Oh well. He was gonna win anyway. What? So so with this board setup, I noticed that the Conqueror is 180 here, 180 here. Interestingly enough, this one's 150 with only one squad. So there's 30 banner difference between beating 2 people and beating 1 person. So for me, that Basel squad becomes an easy target because that's worth more points. You defeat her, you get 90 points plus 150. And the other squad, I've got to defeat 2 squads to get 180, so I'm only getting 30 more than that one. And obviously, I get 180 plus the 180 plus 180 here, and I get 90 plus 150 here. But this is only one squad to defeat to get 150. But over here, 153. A nice round 153. So that's a gimme. I should just go ahead and give it to him right now. But that's my working theory on the first round of Grand Arena. I don't know. My offensive strategy. Let me pull my inventory up. Another conversation that we had last night in the old guild chat hall is how to best defeat the Bastila teams. For me, I've showed in my channel before that First Order pretty handily defeats Bastila. Not because the team is really that good, but just because they have so many hit points and gain so many hit points that Bastila can't overwhelm them at the beginning, and you just overpower them at the end. Plus, you've got 4, depending on who your fifth character is. You can have up to 4 characters that debuff and keep wiping away the debuff or the buffs. So what I was being told was that the best opportunity that I have after First Order would be to focus on a Jedi Knight, Jedi Training Rey team, because of the fact that she can strip so many debuffs, and utilizing Thrawn, obviously for the Fracture, and what I was told, and it's kind of funny because whenever I use my First Order with Thrawn, it's inadvertently what I do. I just hadn't thought about it in that direction. Was that if you can fracture Grandmaster Yoda, it's smooth sailing from there. You just have to get past the buff on the taunt buff on Kenobi first. So you use Jedi Training Rey, wipe out that taunt, fracture with Grand Admiral Thrawn, and then go to work with the rest of the turn meter stuff like that. My team, let's see here. My resistance team is not the best in the world. So most likely I'll be running JTR, R2, and BB-8 with Thrawn. I still haven't decided on the 4th member, and I'm hesitant on using Rey because I still want to have the opportunity of running Zeta Finn to attack into something he puts up there. So if I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I have Scavenger Rey, Resistance Trooper, Finn, Poe, and Resistance Pilot. I know the pilot stinks right there. Not even Gear 5. But at least he gives me the opportunity to score some more exposes. But maybe I run Luke on the team as well. I'm not sure. I hesitate on putting Luke on that team instead of putting him on just a straight up Rebel team. Oh, God. Rebels. There it is. And in this world here, I probably run Luke with yikes. Obviously Han. I need to get him Gear 12. Han, maybe Wedge, Ezra, some stuff like that. If I really want to spam somebody, maybe I can just throw Biggs out there and blow them up real fast. I also always have the option of putting an Akbar Rebel thing out there and going to work with that. I've got Sith. I keep hitting the back button. Jeez. I've got my Sith available wherever they are. I could probably run a Maul thing or maybe an EP thing out there and see what cooks. But I guess it's all really depending on what he does. Excuse me. I really like whenever I can plop down EP and Vader against the Rebels for obvious reasons. But I noticed that his CLS is underleveled. So I mean, I say level, I mean tiered, under tiered. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Oh, look at that. Is Bastila called a Sith? Who knew? Who knew? I always thought that the Sith was more like a I don't want to say religious faction, but it was like a almost like a cult. I didn't know you could be in a cult if you were there for about a week and a half and then got beat down by your former master and all that stuff and got put back to the Jedi. So whatever. If you want to be a Sith, you be a Sith. Anyway, I think that's going to do it for this recording. Um, if I get an opportunity, which I probably won't, I'll go ahead and record some of my battles. But most likely, I can just check in tomorrow and see how we're doing. If you have any thoughts or questions, or even have some feedback for me, please let me know. Have a great day, guys. Take care.